Yo, leave me back to another episode of Minecraft Survival Games. Today we play on the map Fortune Island, and I stupidly procrastinated my videos all weekend, so now I have to record 3 videos within 45 minutes. But today I want to be talking about the recent Powerball that's happened. You guys know me, I'm a huge math, statistics, nerd, or whatever you want to call it. I love that type of stuff. So anyway, I find the lottery a very interesting concept, and it especially received a lot of buzz recently, with the Powerball lottery reaching an estimated pot of $1.5 billion. So for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, either you're a really young US citizen or you live out of the country, let me explain it real quick. You can go to any convenience store and buy lottery tickets, and there's different types of lotteries. Like, each state has a lottery. There's like Mega Millions and like other stuff, but one of them in specific is Powerball, and basically you have to pick 5 white numbers, 1 through 69, and then you have to pick a red Powerball number, which is 1 to 24. So a convenience store will print off a ticket for you with 6 numbers, and then they collect all the money from all the people who bought tickets across the nation. And if your numbers match the numbers that they draw every few days, you win millions of dollars. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. But the reason the Powerball got so high is because if no one wins the money, because statistically it's very difficult to win, if no one wins the money, then the pot just stays where it's at, and then they put more money into it next time. So if no one wins, the pot just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's exactly what was happening last week. I'm talking about this now rather than last week, because at the start of last week, I actually didn't know about this. And, yeah, so that's all. So it's all kind of settled down by now, so now I have kind of the full story with me. So the reason this Powerball was getting all the hype is because $1.5 billion is the largest a lottery in the world has ever been. There's never been this much money on the line to win. And it was a huge deal when it was going around, and convenience stores were getting long lines and everything. I mean, there were so many people getting invested in this. In fact, I got one of my 18-year-old friends to actually buy me a ticket. I have one right here. I didn't win any money from it, unfortunately. But yeah, I actually got, you have to be 18 years or older to do the lottery. So I was, hold on. I haven't PvP'd in a while. Ah, shoot. How did that not hit? Okay, so anyway, that's how the Powerball pretty much goes. And anyway, when I bought my ticket with my 18-year-old friend, there was a line out the door of the 7-Eleven. I mean, it was really crazy. I'm not gonna kill that guy. I don't really need his stuff. There was a huge line. It took like 5 minutes to buy a ticket or whatever. And at 7-Eleven, they didn't even like have to ask what you wanted. They just knew everyone was there for Powerball tickets. Like if you were going in the 7-Eleven for like a pack of Skittles or something, like they probably would have just given you 2 Powerball tickets instead. And it was a huge event last week, and personally I think the lottery is kind of funny because it's a stupid people tax in a way, because the state always wins money. It's designed so the state or the nation always wins money from it. So it's just kind of like voluntary tax, stupid people tax, whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of funny how that works out, but this one was interesting because there were so many tickets there were 292 million ways to win the Powerball. And by the time the most recent drawing happened, which is where all the money was won, the 85% of the numbers had been bought. Because like the machines print out the tickets with the random numbers on them, and the machines were like sent to the Powerball headquarters or whatever, and they figured out that 85% of the combinations had been out. So that means there could have been a chance that no one had won, but 3 people won the recent lottery. 1 in California, 1 in Tennessee, and 1 in Florida. I know one of them is like a skater. He posted something on Instagram. If you want to look him up, his tag is "The Guy's the Limit." That's what it's called. The Guy's the Limit, not "The Sky is the Limit." The Guy's the Limit. Okay, so you can look up that guy, and it's some like weird skateboarder with like a Jesus beard and everything. Like it's just some like he looks like a no-life. I'll put it that way. He looks like a no-life whose life is going to be seriously changed by Powerball winning. I mean, anyone would be with $1.5 billion. I really hated, though, how, people are like, oh, well, after taxes, you're only winning $900 million, so it's not as much as... It's like, are you kidding me? Would you not be happy with $9 million? Like, is that not enough to work with? And another, like, if you win the lottery, here's the thing. If you win $1.5 billion, you can get your money in one of 2 ways. You can either take it all at once, but there are taxes on it, which takes out 40% of it. So instead of 1.5 billion, you'd win about 900 million. Or you can finance it over 30 years and get all the money, but you only get a certain amount each year, if that makes sense. This is that kid from earlier. I need to surface. Yeah, that kid's dangerous. I'm gonna get him out of here. So yeah, you can finance it over 30 years, and people are like, oh my god, that's so dumb. Why would you finance it over 30 years? You could get it all at once and then invest. It's like, why would you need to invest money if you were getting paid $1.5 billion over 30 years? Like, that's like $45 million a year. Is that, like... I don't even know how I would spend $45 million, because I wouldn't buy a fast car, like a nice house or anything. I think those things are kind of overrated. I don't know why. I honestly don't know how to spend $45 million in a year. I don't know how I would do it. And I don't know why you need to invest it. Well, you might need money for your kids. Why would my kids need money if I'm getting $45 million a year? You know? Oh my god. Like, people just don't... People are trying to treat it like it's not a lot of money, but it really is. It's kind of weird. But I really wanted to win. I mean, it would have been nice, but statistically, I know it's not in my favor. And it's crazy hard to win the lottery. Like, an example of a story is... Okay, here's an example of a story. There was a guy in Australia one time, a really rich guy. He paid 3,000... employees to fly to the US and non-stop for 48 hours go to 3,000 different stores, so that it was one person per store, and just pay for lottery tickets over and over and over again, and he didn't win. And you want to know why? It's because 3,000 people and 3,000 stores over 2 days, which is 48 hours, they could not buy out all the combinations, and a combination that no one bought won. And so that guy lost all his money, or that guy lost a ton of money because he was the one paying for all the tickets and all the people to go over, and, like, he paid for the flights and paid for them to, like, do all that stuff, and he lost. So it's kind of sad what ended up happening to that guy, but that's an example of how difficult it is to win. I don't know what... if you want to see a Powerball winner, I think he's going on Jimmy Kimmel. I think the skater guy is going on Jimmy Kimmel Monday night. I think this video is going up on Monday. So, if you want to see Jimmy Kimmel, I guess you could see the Powerball winner there. Okay, but now I'm going to be focusing on Deathmatch. But yeah, I think the lottery is a very cool thing and a fun thing to talk about. I actually have someone, a distant relative in my family who I've never met. I don't know his name, and I've barely even heard of him. Apparently, he studied statistics a lot and actually won the lottery twice. That money did not... Ah, dang it, I thought I was actually gonna win that one. Oh well. The money didn't go to, like, me, or, like, it's not gonna come to me anyway through inheritance or whatever, but some distant relative... of mine actually won the lottery twice by studying statistics. And it seems like the numbers are random, but apparently that's not true. So I don't really know about that. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode of MCSG. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.